Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So we're carrying on with the all signs. Let's see who's next. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. It helps our energies to connect, so more of my readings and visions will resonate with you. Scorpio, you're next. Whoa, I just saw shoot past really fast. Oh, it's very much got the energy of a lot of things from your past. I just saw a 3-month marker, so this could have already been happening for like 3 months ago, could be happening now over the next few months, or if this energy comes in, it will last for about 3 months. This doesn't have to be you, this could be someone that you're connected to, dealing with, or it could just not be your energy. It's very much got the energy of everything from your past is kind of bubbling up, like coming for you without scaring the life out of you. Like, I'm seeing someone like moving really fast forward and there's loads of shit behind them chasing them. Like, I can see sirens, I can see people that this person has maybe done a bit dirty, lied to. Like, it might not even be the specific person, it's like the situation, scenarios are coming back around. You know, life karma, it's a boomerang. Whatever you chuck out loops around and comes back. So if you just lied to someone about something and then that was that, it could come back around on your ass. You could be not even with that person anymore, whatever, but that lie comes back to bite you in some way. And it's got the energy of lots of things coming back after this person. Okay, so now what they're showing me is this person that was kind of running away from it for a long time has spun round and now they're facing it. So maybe it's been, you know, this person for their whole life or for a certain amount of time was running and has decided to face their fears, their things that they've done, and this could flow over for 3 months. They'll be really facing the problems and the things they caused from the past. Oh, so interesting. So when this person built the confidence to finally spin around and face rather than stop running away, a lot of the people and all this chaos that's coming after them is actually moving past them. So this is, I'm hearing guilt. This is a real lesson in watching what you do and what you say and how you treat people, because some karma might have already been cleared, but this person, a lot of their karma was their mind and having to sit with it. So when they finally took the strength to turn around and face it, it actually wasn't that hard to face it. A lot of these people and things are running past them. So they're like, oh, so it's like I can finally release that, I can let that go and know that that's done, and I learned from that. Whoever this person is, like, I won't act in that way anymore. But there's one person that's slowly, this feels like the biggest thing that this person was running away from for a long time. Like I said, so they spin round and they're facing, then sirens and people, angry people, whatever, move towards them. This person's like ready to face, and then they run past. So this person's like, oh, okay, I'm free. But there's one person that's slowly moving towards them. This person means a lot to them. There's a lot of, I want to say, history here, because they're welling up and there's tears. Do you know what this has got the energy of? Whoever this person was someone that ran away a lot from their feelings and whatever. And how this feels is this person may have history with someone that they were with, or whatever was the scenario, a while ago, right? History with someone, may even possibly have children with them. It's not for everyone. And that fell apart. I heard youthful, so maybe they were quite young, or there was, you know, the mindset, if you haven't grown, relationships can be chaotic, right? There was a youthful energy surrounding this connection, And it broke down, however, and then people went on with their lives. Fucking then it feels like this person, the one that was running away from their shit, went about their life, but always in the back of their head assumed that they would be back with them, or always had hope. And this person may have gone floating around in relationships, not respecting them, not treating them well, doing some dirt, hurting people, because really in their head it was about this connection from their past, this youthful, however that dynamic was, right? And somewhere along this line, this person may have got into another situationship that played out the same as most other ones. Non-commitment, just not wholeheartedly into a connection because their mind was with someone else. And what it feels like is something played out between these two other people where this person got taught a very, they're saying, valuable lesson. And somehow, like, what I'm seeing is, as that person that means a lot to them is slowly stepping forward, is flickering between two people, and it's flickering between this one person that there's this past youthful connection that was whatever this was, and then there's another person that they had a connection with, but this person taught them a very valuable lesson. I feel like they may have come together, had some scenario, situational relationship, and it broke down, because that's what this person does. But then only maybe when it broke down did they get taught a valuable lesson, and kind of be like, oh, they didn't see this person or the relationship and what it was offering because their head was in that past of that past person. And now what's walking towards them, it's flickering between these two people, and they're nervous and they're built up, they're emotional, and then it stops flickering, and it stops on the person that was from their past, that youthful energy. And this is a big release and a realization, because it stops on that one, the one that didn't teach them a valuable lesson, the one that their mind's always been in, and they realize this was all in my head. Now that I've been taught a lesson by the other person, with it flickering, it stopped, and it stopped. This person feels like it stopped on the wrong person, and they're emotional because they'd held on to this person in their mind for so long, like, as in, yeah, I'll be back with them, yeah, or whatever. But now that they've grown and that the other person taught them some real valuable lesson, they're realizing now that it's stopped on that person, that's not the one they want. All this time wasted, all this time, you know, not being great in other relationships because their mind was elsewhere. And they're feeling emotional about it because they're releasing finally that fantasy, that vision, that person is being released. And it's a lot. This person doesn't bode well with facing their fears either. But and they're like, they're saying sorry to this person, like, I'm sorry, it's not what I thought. And like, I can finally let you go. And then what happens is it kind of slowly transitions, rather than flickering into the one that taught them a very valuable lesson, into the one that they realise is their one, and that they really messed up at some point in the past. And it's a lot for this person to face. It's very much got the energy of they fell in love with someone, not meaning to fall in love with them, not realising they were falling for them, and then only once something had played out and then they were apart did they have the realisation that I've been held on to something and someone from, I'm in love with this person. And it's just really got an energy of facing themselves, facing everything from the past, and wanting to grow, wanting to be new, wanting to create new with this person. Only if this person somehow gives them another chance, though, I feel. I don't know what played out between these two. Let me see. They put their hand out and they're like, will you take my hand? And this person's just like, sad, emotional, you're not supposed to, but they're like, of course. and takes the hand of this person that's fucking been run away from themselves for a long time. And then they move away together. They move forward together. So, whew, there's some serious things happening here. That's big life path, big karma cleared, just soul growth. I think also with the cards that are coming out, I'm going to say, yeah, look, we've got judgment and worry for the overlining energy and underlying energy. And I was about to say, this also was a big lesson for this person to understand how you can't control everything, and the universe is the one that's kind of got the control, and they're going to have to learn that they're going to have to kind of surrender to that and their feelings, and they can't control everything, and they need to stop worrying about certain things and playing in order to regain that control. Like, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome, and changing the outcome is some kind of big lesson wrapped in this, because this person thought they knew the outcome. They thought eventually they'd be back with this person, not expecting to meet someone new, to be taught so many lessons, to have a realization on them and their world, and then to fall for them. Wasn't expecting that at all. I don't think this person was. And here we go. The 3 cards out are trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Surrender. I can release my need for control. And that kind of really wraps up the whole, this is big growth, soul growth, life lessons. Just, I almost want to hug this person, because they really fought against the universe with this one. They really fought against this connection with this person who they are moving off with. They're taking each other's hand and moving together. They fought against this connection like you would not believe, because they didn't want to face their own feelings. They didn't want to face that they were falling in love. They didn't want to face that it's not playing how they thought it would, and maybe they should relinquish control and stop trying to control everything. Like, they really didn't want to. And they tried hard to fight against this connection. Self-esteem, I cut the deck. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So I do believe that this person, or maybe the other person they were dealing with, there's definitely an element between both of them. There's some self-esteem issues happening here that were conjured up in these lessons. People not feeling confident in who they really are, not feeling that they're lovable. And then we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Big lesson for this person to realise that if you can persevere and take that leap and have faith in the universe and surrender and just persevere on the right path for you and not fight against it, it can really pay out for you in a really lovely, magical way. It's just about having that strength. You need strength to relinquish power, like, to the universe. You do. It's a very hard thing to do. I know, because sometimes I have to relinquish power, and then I get like everyone, you try to control, and I catch myself. I'm like, what am I doing? It's going to play out how it's going to play out. Stop. Like, it's just very much got the energy of this person just didn't think it was going to play out like this. Never expected this. Never expected any of it, but they know it feels right. Take action and move, and it required them to take the correct action, which was facing themselves in the mirror and what's really going on within them, and stop holding on to something they've been holding on for so many years. Like, you've outgrown that. Air it out to dry. I feel like this has been such a journey. And then we've got cleanse your space. This person is cleansing their space by facing all those people, places and things that were running at them. They were cleansing, they're purging the old and into the new. So they're guiding me to get tap into the other person, the one that does agree to take their hand and walk off with them in the end, not the main person. Obviously you could be either one in this connection, or it might not resonate at all for you, but I'm being guided to tap into the other side's energy. For those of you that you feel it more resonates that you're the other person, and that you had someone doing this to you, they were holding on to someone else and they sabotaged the connection, and now things are back and it's different. So they're wanting me to tap into that energy. What do you want? They're saying no cards. Okay. So pull me out of that energy, please, spirit, and into the other one. Okay, so the other person was very lost in a different way. Is very good at, like, hang on, I'm just doing a video. Was very good at reflecting and looking at themselves and looking at other, like, that was no problem for them, but they were lost in a whirlwind of their own traumas. But I think by the time they met this person, they'd done some serious healing already, and it feels like the other person hadn't done any. So they'd already reached a certain standard and a certain point of stuff that they wouldn't accept, which is probably what taught the other one the lesson. But this person carries some two real deep wounds from childhood. One is self-esteem. There's something about how they look, or like some kind of physical form on them, whether it's like their face or their body, like their shape, or whether it's a certain feature on them, or there's something about their physical looks that there's an issue around it for them that stirs all the way from childhood. And there's something to do, they really don't like themselves when they look in the mirror, whatever this is. And it's a constant battle for this person. And, it's quite emotional actually, it's coming in. They don't like what they see in the mirror. And now that so how this healing happened for the other person was because the one that decided to finally face themselves actually did reach out and face themselves and choose them. This other person's in shock because it feels like it's got the energy of they never felt chosen. It's quite sad. And they have conjured up from childhood that is something to do with how they look, right? So because this person did come back and chose them, they're having they're working through this childhood issue because there's like that thing that they've been carrying since childhood, which is, oh no, like, because of this on my physical body or how I look, nobody chooses me, nobody comes back, nobody learns and comes back for me, right? That's how the energy feels. But this person did. They chose to learn and they did come back, and they came back in purity, and it's a shock. So that 3-month marker comes through. So this person over 3 months, whenever this begins, is going to be dealing with triggers but this person came back and they love me, but I don't feel worthy because of whatever this is in how I look, whatever this problem I have with my physical body. And it's gonna take some time, but around the 3, 4, 5, 6 month marker, they would have definitely they definitely would have worked through a lot of it. I'm not going to say it's completely cleared. I get 1.5 years for this person to clear this wound, because it will bubble up and down to the surface. But as they keep hitting each layer, eventually I'd say about 1.5 years and it will be healed, and they will truly embrace how they look and stop worrying and thinking that people, I'm not worthy because of how I look, because of my features, because of my weight. They will see that this person actually, not only did they choose them, but they're staying, and they're trying, and they're staying, and they're trying, and they're staying. So maybe they are worthy. Because I think maybe if this person's been back around for not very long, probably in the back of their mind, they convince themselves they're probably going to go again. So it's like, it feels about 1.5 years, because that's a kind of long enough time for this person to realise, oh, maybe they do actually really, really want me just the way I am. Like, I am okay to look at. My weight is okay. This feature on me is okay, So I'm getting messages coming through. Not like actual messages on my phone. Yeah, and then there's another wound, a separate one that's also coming through. Not so much about looks, but it's deep down. It's to do with their mindset and how they think. So that will all incorporate together as they heal and they work through together. But this is very much a union between two souls that have been carrying deep wounds and pains. And by coming together and choosing to work on the connection in themselves, it's creating that safe space for them both to heal. And it's very magical. it very much feels like they are both about to create an empire, like between them, like create an empire for both of them, and it's gonna be magical. I'm gonna have to go now because my phone's ringing and my child banging on the door, but that's it for you, Scorpio. I do send you so much love and light. Bye.